What's up, everyone?
What's up? What's going on?
Welcome back to another Sunday with the Nosebleeds Reports. I want to thank our Patreon members. If you're not a Patreon member and you'd like to throw us $5 a month, $10 a month, whatever you got, the links are in the description. All the funds go to a great cause. Today we're talking Deshaun Watson, New York Yankees, LeBron James, and whatever else comes up. But before we get started, I said we're going to okay, never mind. We did this thing where all the guys are putting in their best college football entrances. Today we're going to highlight Jason's. We have a full crew today, even though everybody texted said they're not going to make it, but we have a full crew, so thanks for coming on. Here's Jason's pick for the best, one of the pumped up college football entrances. nothing like a college football entrance, man.
Damn. Don't need no coffee now.
No.
That was awesome.
White out at Death Valley's elite, man. That was a great choice. Great choice.
That was awesome. I got goosebumps.
Yeah,
I think they should get some sick white jerseys to wear on that game. Whenever they white out like that, that would be because then they run out in like blue jerseys. You're like, all right, well,
Yeah.
Well, it's Penn State, man.
Yeah.
Last year when Michigan played Washington, they had a maize out and came out in their all navy jerseys.
yeah.
Maize on maize.
Nowadays, everybody gets sweet, like really nice jerseys. I think they should start doing them besides at Oregon for college teams. Sometimes NC State rolls out in some jerseys where you're like, man, that looks like they just like steamed on the Wolfpack sign right before the game, and they just got them at like the thrift store.
Well, if you're not ready to take the first hit in that game, then you're freaking sleeping. That was awesome.
Yeah, no kid, man.
Yeah. So Michigan got the ball first in that game, and they had to call a timeout literally the very first play.
Yeah, smart.
Just because it's just so loud they couldn't even hear.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if you guys are watching the show right now, I see there's a few people watching, man. If you have a selection, go ahead and send it to us. We'll gladly highlight your selection too. I mean, we could do this all year. I think it's a freaking great segment.
Well, we're entering week 0 next week, so the Monday morning college football show on Saturdays, that's coming back. I love that show.
Yeah, college game day.
Yeah, that is awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
Where are they at? Week 1.
Yeah, week 1.
Do you know where they're at?
I just
the game of the week.
They were in Fort Worth one year, and I went down there to be there on the set, and that was pretty cool.
I just read yesterday that Urban Meyer's back in the booth too.
Oh, nice. Gonna need to get some money somehow.
Yeah.
Jeez. September 1st. Let's see here.
Yeah, who is it?
I'm just trying to go through the games here to see who's going to probably be game of the week. So see where they're at.
Have they not mentioned it yet?
Oh, it's
I think
it's going to be
Notre
Ohio
Dame,
State.
Ohio State.
Notre, yeah, 5-2. Yeah, they'll definitely be in Ohio.
Go down to the set if you ever visit them when they're in whatever town they're in. You can't even get near them. I mean, it's like a little mini college football game on their set. There's so many people out there. It's like there's a mosh pit right by the stage, and then there's all the rest of us. It was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I've done it for basketball a couple times at with Carolina. They were there all the time, a couple times a season. So it's definitely worth it, but never to a football one.
it's definitely a great time of year. May have baseball wrapping up and college football starting, and then a couple of weeks NFL starts. Man, freaking awesome.
Yeah, man.
Speaking of football, Deshaun Watson, the NFL put the Deshaun Watson's in the hands of some arbitrator, and they came up with 6 weeks. Then the NFL came back and said, no, that's not enough, which I don't know why they gave it to somebody else to decide when you knew damn well you weren't going to like their decision.
Especially when they're passing out penalties for other players already. You know what I mean?
They should just hammer them from the get-go. So turns out he's getting 11 weeks and a $5 million fine, which I think is a slap in the face to the women that he abused because he signed a $230 million contract. So that's like taking $5 from us.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's like nothing.
Well, and you know what game 12 of the season is for them? The Texans.
Yeah.
That's why they want him back. That's a money-making game. They're not going to suspend him for that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like, I looked it up the other day, and I was like, well, I wonder who, maybe game 12 is Monday night game. So it's the Texans. So
I'm going to bury the Deshaun Watson thing one last time for me. He should have got the whole season and minimum.
I feel like Ridley got the whole season with anybody even looking into it. They were just kind of like, oh, give it to him. Season.
Right.
Done.
Yeah.
Next.
It's a slap in the face, man.
It's ridiculous, but
and I mean it was only a civil trial, right? But there was damn near 30 women. Like that's not a coincidence. It's not one woman.
There's one woman that's I just read this yesterday. There's one woman that's holding out. She's not taking his dirty money because she said there was no remorse, no apology.
No, and even in his press conference after his 11 games, he's still claiming to be innocent, claiming that it's not his fault. Bro, 30 women came forward.
And even if it wasn't the case for all 30 women, like say
Right.
15, yeah, sure. You say half, that's still 15 women. That's a lot.
Let's say
one woman is a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, let's say you're in a room with 4 people and you're one of those 4 and the other 3 are saying the same thing and you're the only one saying the opposite. You might not be right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And I totally get it. I understand people are, he's in a position where people are going to put a target on his back for sure. But like, he's got plenty of guidance. He's, he should be able to keep himself clear of this situation. And if it's like we were talking about, if it's just like one situation where it's the evidence really isn't there and it's this and that kind of, I get it, but this is not a Ben Roethlisberger situation.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where it's like, okay, he could have messed up one time, but like after that,
yeah,
if he messed up, it was on his motorcycle, like it wasn't. So
yeah, the Ben Roethlisberger thing was laughable to me.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Right. And if you're that, I mean, my man was an elite quarterback, right? Elite talent. You should have someone in your corner saying, "Hey, listen, asshole, don't
do this. This is a bad idea.
Like let's act right. You're a high profile dude. Don't make boneheaded decisions." So I don't know, man. Throw the book at the guy. I'm through
I
with
agree.
it.
That's a great point, man. Because you have these kids, they're coming out of college and they're like 20, 21 years old, and you're just dumping just massive amount of money on them. And they've never had money before. Next thing you know, like this ego thing takes over, and they just don't act right. There should be a mentor going into the NFL.
Right.
I believe, Fleekster, the NFL has a mentor program where veterans talk to these new rookies coming in. But, it's beyond me. Like you said, all these kids coming out of college making all this money, and they're probably not structured to handle it. But,
it's an ego thing, like you said.
If you're a high-end athlete, you should have like an onion. You should be in the center of the onion, and you should have around you protecting you.
Yeah, and not just veterans, man. There should be lawyers and financial advisors.
And I'm not sure if there is.
They don't listen.
If you do this, like this is against the law. Like there has to be something there.
Right. But they don't listen. They have these programs. They make some of these rookies, or they make all the rookies take a class. But like when you have that, it's like an ego thing. So when you have that amount of money, you don't listen to anybody.
A lot of these kids are coming off the street, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're dumping.
And I mean, if you're a freak too, like there's not, somebody could say, "Hey, don't do this," and you're still gonna do it. Like that's your impulsion, So
you should listen to Mike Tyson speak on it. Mike Tyson has, because he was kind of the first, to get that treatment.
Absolutely.
And he's very nowadays. He is. I like to listen to Mike Tyson. He has a lot of knowledgeable things to say.
Yeah. I agree.
Everybody has a plan to get punched in the mouth.
Yeah.
That's one of his greatest quotes. While we're talking about professional athletes, stop drinking and driving. Another one this week, this time out of Atlanta.
Who was
you had Marshawn Lynch last week, and now you got this dude out of Atlanta. You guys are worth millions of dollars. Stop drinking and driving.
You can get somebody to drive everywhere you want to go.
Uber, right on your phone.
Your boys will drive you. I'm sure not even one dude that's trying to get in the clan that you could be like, "Hey man, just be my driver." I would do it for Marshawn Lynch.
Right. Marshawn Lynch would be hilarious to be a DD for.
Especially if he's wasted.
Driveway at all times. Just be, you ready?
You'd probably get a good tip if you gave him some Skittles.
Or some Hennessy.
When the cops pulled him out of his car, I was waiting for just Skittles just pouring out.
Have you ever seen that interview he did with Peyton Manning? And Peyton Manning asked him, he said, "You got a pregame ritual?" And he goes, "Yeah, man, I go to my locker and I, take a shot." And he's like, "What? Gatorade?" He's like, "Gatorade? Hennessy, man." He's like, "Oh, they got a bar out there in Seattle?" He goes, "No, I got it in my bag." He was not there.
I mean, say what you will, Marshawn Lynch is a national treasure.
Yeah.
All right.
Except they should have ran him.
On the goal line.
Yeah. How about that one? I remember that one.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that was like
I remember that.
Run it with Marshawn Lynch on the goal line.
So now let's move over to baseball. The Yankees are sliding hard right now.
A lot of the teams, both the teams in New York are sliding hard. So,
I think it's fun to watch.
Yeah, I'm sure you enjoy it while it lasts. Enjoy it while it lasts.
It's fun to watch because our team's already been eliminated.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure I heard some frustration out of you the other day about not even scoring a run.
Lost the game 1-0.
Hey, we're not scoring either, Richard. Like, that's the problem. It's like, well, we have this. Well, another thing is you should look up Frankie's Montis, right? Is that it? His line since he's been in New York, it's bad. It's really bad. But yeah, we're not hitting the ball. That type of lineup, you gotta score.
You're gonna slide. This is probably a good time to do it.
Yeah, well, if you could catch the slide, that's the thing is you got to be able to stop it before it snowballs, and it's starting to snowball really quick.
And frankly, the Orioles are coming for you boys.
Orioles, man, I tell you what, if their farm system they've got some good pitchers, they've got some good fielder position players coming up through their farm system too. They're gonna be good. They got to hold on to them though.
Yeah, they're going to be a fun young team to watch. That's for sure.
Yeah, I've seen
they're the surprise team of the year for sure. At least for
me.
Absolutely,
I agree. Yeah, I completely agree.
So too.
Yeah, definitely overachieved. I mean, how many wins are they gonna? They're gonna be close to 80 some odd wins now.
Yep.
Yeah, we're only you only got a month and a week left.
Man, it wraps up quick too.
It does.
Yep.
It seems like All-Star game was yesterday.
It really does.
Well, who has the best pitching right now going into towards this last end of the season? Who's got
the Dodgers?
Dodgers
or the Mets if you get
the Mets. The Mets have the capability to have the best pitching. They just have not put it out this year. But the Dodgers have the bullpen too.
Well,
true.
Right, pitching gets you deep into the playoffs.
Definitely.
But Diaz out of the Mets is no joke, man. That guy Dave City.
I love his walk-up song, man. We should play that one day. That is awesome.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
When you got a walk-up song for when you're a reliever, you know you're a damn stud.
So Cleveland has got a game lead over Minnesota in the Central right now too. So that's a big.
Yeah, that's almost as surprising as the Orioles.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah.
I don't think San Diego's making it.
No.
I hope they don't. And they did you see Hader's stat line since he's been in San Diego? He's got a 16.2 ERA. He's been horrible. Josh Hader.
Yeah. And that's surprising because that dude is super
He was
good.
lights out. Yeah, he was lights out. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So,
I have one more point to talk about before we hang up. We're already at 19 minutes. I don't know how the hell that got away from us. But LeBron James just signed 2 years for nearly $100 million. That is insane.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I honestly don't think he's worth it.
Well, you got to think that the chance, because I looked it up, he's got a good chance of breaking in those 2 years, breaking the all-time scoring points record, and that's a big game to be hosting. If you could keep
and a lot of merchandise.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of merchandise.
That is true. I didn't think of it that way. I'm just thinking of
it's going to be close though. I'm not going to lie. He scored 2,000 points last year. He needs 5 in the next 2 seasons. So,
well, it's a bit
close.
I'll be rooting against him.
I love LeBron. I hope he does it.
I don't hate on LeBron. He does a lot of things for the community and all that. He does.
Yeah.
But in my time, when at least for me, the GOAT was Michael Jordan. And that's just.
Well, you're from Chicago.
Well, yeah, but I didn't live.
I mean, I'm from Detroit, and the GOAT's Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a lot of people.
LeBron, it's MJ, Bill Russell, Kobe, and then whoever else.
I don't know
about that one.
I've already started my research on this.
Also,
episode, so
LeBron isn't
save it for the episode.
LeBron's only 1,300 points back. He's not 5,000. He only needs to average 20 points a game this season to pass him.
Really? I thought it was at 52.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait a minute! I got it wrong. It should be Jordan, Russell, Wilt, Kobe, and then whoever.
I think you're looking at minutes played.
Probably.
Kareem has 38,387, and LeBron has 37,062.
All right.
Okay, I got it now. I see it.
Then I give up.
Oh, I was just looking at the wrong category.
Yeah.
Yep. I see it. Yep.
So he's got a chance.
So yeah.
Detroit's going to have a solid young core this year. And there's talk that they may bring in Draymond Green. I don't know how.
I've seen that too.
But Draymond played at Michigan State, and Tom Gore, the owner of the Pistons, has Michigan State roots. So it'd be very interesting if they brought him in. Obviously, you'd have to pay him the max deal.
Yeah,
I don't know if he's willing to do that.
I don't think Troy Weaver will do that.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't do it.
I
Got a good thing going right now in Detroit.
I don't think Draymond Green is worth the max deal.
No.
I don't think anybody's worth that much money. First of all, let me get that out of the way.
Sure.
I don't know. I'd pay Steph Curry that much.
Giannis.
Right now, Giannis.
Playing a game, they're not worth hundreds of millions of dollars to me. Like, if
Yeah,
they
but
were
it's
out-
not your money.
That's what
Fleek.
that's what the sport brings in, though.
no,
Right, it's not your money. Who gives a shit?
yeah,
True.
You know, like I said, to me, we're an entertainment society.
yeah, for sure.
And when you got a team like the Cubs, for an example, who can fill up Wrigley Field day in and day out and still lose, it's a business, guys.
Look at the Red Sox. Look at they
Yeah.
did it for years. They did it for
Right.
they've been selling
Yeah,
out
but you
games for
got to
20 years.
think with those two teams, they're coming for the
It's true.
attraction of Wrigley Field, of
You got
Fenway.
people coming
It's
from
not
all
the
over the
team.
country just to see
It's not
this
the
game.
team.
Yeah, that's a good point. Good point.
It's a really good point. It's a very good point.
But
That
the
sounds
Detroit
like somebody
Lions-
that's been to a couple
Detroit
stadiums.
Lions
before.
sell out a lot. You know, I don't understand that, especially week 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, why are you still in the stands? You guys
Because
0-8.
Lions fans are dumbasses.
They are. Like,
What else do they got to do?
the only
Right.
thing that's going to change that team is if you stop going to the damn game. Stop putting money in the Ford's pockets.
You know what? I like your coach, Coach Campbell. I like him.
Yeah, and like I said this before a couple days ago, I was talking. I think watching Hard Knocks, I'm setting myself up for failure because this team has been hot garbage for 57 years. But the way that HBO is pumping these guys up, I'm super excited about it, and they're gonna freaking rip my heart out of my chest.
Yep. Yeah, I was
Somebody
watching.
tough
I was watching it with my wife, and I said, "Man, this feels different." But I know
Yeah.
week 3 or 4, it's going to be the same old bullshit.
Bullshit, man. They're gonna lose by a field goal. They
Yeah.
got lucky yesterday, and they won by 1 point. And the Colts went for 2 points. They very well could have lost that game. But yes, I think it was their first preseason win. I know preseason doesn't mean shit, but I think it was their
Look
first
at the Colts level isn't bad.
2018.
Yeah.
They're hot.
Well,
And that's not a bad level. The Colts are, they added some pieces. They aren't great, but that's a good offense to run with.
and a good,
I mean,
great defense.
Sure,
I
I'm
think
not
they'll
mad
probably
at
win the AFC
that.
South.
Even if it's a preseason game, I'm not. From Detroit's standpoint, I'm not mad at that.
I'm not saying I'm mad at it. I'm just saying you can't judge.
No, I wouldn't get a tattoo of the World Championship on your chest yet, but
It's
give
the,
it a couple weeks.
playing third stringers out there, and they still hardly beat them. I love the Hard Knocks thing. It's great. I go to bed Tuesday night all pumped up, yes, but I guarantee you they're gonna rip my freaking heart out. I
It's
just
tough.
know it.
Yeah, it's
I give
tough.
them 6-11 this season.
Yeah, just get ready and embrace
not
it.
bad.
Like be excited
I mean,
now, and then
I just want better
week
than
7 or 8, you'll turn it off at after the half when they're losing.
Let me
Yeah.
give you an example of preseason, how goofy it is. I went to Bears training camp. We went a couple weeks ago, and we met number 16. He's from Fort Worth, Alexander, and we were talking to him. And when we went to watch the game on TV, the following week or whatever, there was like 3 number 16s on the roster on the sideline. It's such a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Lions went 0-16. They won all 3 of their preseason games. So
Yeah, good point.
Mm-hmm.
or it was 4 at that point. All 4 of their preseason games.
That's only 3 now.
The Rams' first overall pick, which mind you was like a third rounder, he got hurt yesterday. He's out for the entire season.
Dang.
Yikes.
Yeah, these preseason
Yeah,
games are brutal, man.
Football's tough. Football's
Yeah.
tough.
You got guys fighting for their job out there too, though. So you can't expect them to just
well, they have like
not go
80,
for injuries and
there's
stuff.
80 players on the team right now, and then like soon they'll be down to like 53.
Yeah, you gotta get down to 53.
And you from the coaching standpoint, you get a lot of these starters that go in, and you talk to them on the sideline. You're like, all right, do this, do that better. You're out. And they're just like, I just got started. Like, I want to play more. And you're like, no, man, like, hell no.
Well, some of these guys are going to be playing for film time, and they could go to the Arena Football Leagues, Canada, CFL. So if they can't get the NFL, they still have shots, these other people.
Absolutely.
I think there's going to be, I think the number's like 5,000 guys who are going to be cut before it's all said and done. But, so one team's garbage is another team's treasure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got practice squads. I mean, there's a lot of options for these cut players, but
too.
those options don't pay as much. So some of these guys,
still playing football though, and they're getting paid good money. If they don't make the team, they, like you said, practice squad, CFL. They got some other options. I mean, but some of these guys, it's going to be the last time they ever play football too.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't wait on Hard Knocks when they start cutting people, man. It's going to get interesting.
Oh,
I would be the head coach during that time. You got to call somebody and tell them to go pack their shit up and get the hell out.
Yeah. Crush their dreams.
Yeah, that's
literally crushing dudes' dreams.
Yeah. The visit office.
That's tough.
The average salary for a practice squad player is $8,400 a week, which is like $142,000 in 17 weeks.
Oh hell! Start stretching, man.
Sign me up.
Yeah, I take a pay cut. I take $80K for playing football.
I'll hold you tackling, dummy.
17 weeks.
Right.
Yeah, I'm good.
I don't know, man. I'm not letting some of those dudes tackle me though.
No, me neither. My wrist.
No, I just dropped to the
every
ground,
day.
man.
The coach.
I think I'm going to start
Can't go
stretching
today.
right now and go down there.
I'll be the sixth string punter.
Hey, I remember, just probably goes back like 20 years, but I remember there was a reporter in Detroit. He let Chris Spielman tackle him. It was freaking hilarious, man.
What was he thinking?
Not smart, man.
And like at first, Chris Spielman, he tackled him like 3 times. The first couple times, Spielman laid off him, but the third time, man, Spielman gave it to him, man. Next week, I'm gonna try to find that video and I'll play it next week. It's freaking hilarious.
Sure, he had to sign a liability form.
There's no way in hell I'm gonna let one of those goons freaking hit me.
Yeah.
You guys are massive, man.
Someone like Derrick Henry running through you.
Yeah, I had when with the year that Barry Sanders walked away. I remember this distinctly. I think Jason was in like just about like kindergarten. I had a job interview with the Detroit Lions to be their IT guy, and it was the year Matt Millen came in and ruined everybody because he's the reason why I didn't get the job. But I was in the room waiting for the HR person to call me, and these out of the back room, they walked through the lobby. These 2 goons, like just massive dudes, walked out of the room and walked past me, and I was just like, "Holy shit, man.
Yeah,
These are freaking monsters."
they're big bodies.
Yeah, the job interview came down to me and one other guy, and the HR lady was like, "Man, they really loved you. We'll let you know one way or the other next week." And I didn't hear anything. So I called the HR lady, and finally I got a hold of her. I kept calling her, finally got a hold of her, and she was crying. And I was like, "That's a bad time to call." She's like, Matt Millen, they just hired Matt Millen, and he just came in and fired everybody in the front office.
Damn.
And so my resume went right out the back door with everybody. Why would you fire? And that was the beginning of the end too, but why would you fire the front office people? Like, what do they have to do with the product on the field?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Well, Matt didn't do too good of a job anyway.
No, he did a terrible job.
Yeah. Now he's suffering from a brain tumor.
No, well, that's not good.
Yeah, yikes.
So, all right. So, what we got coming up next week? Week 0, college football. So we're getting into it, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, did the rankings come out yet?
Pardon?
Did the college football rankings come out yet? I'm sorry.
Yeah, they did. And
right.
I don't. Well, let's hit that next week. We'll go over the college football rankings. They did come out, and it's the usual top four. Ohio
Yeah.
was like second. Alabama was first.
All right, I'll look at it.
NC State, probably.
I'm not a fan of these
Number 3.
rankings. When the game started, like
300.
first of all, Georgia won the national championship, so you would think they're the top dog until they get beat. But no, they're
How many
like
players did go to the draft, though?
Yeah, a lot of their defense.
Yeah, they had a lot
of players go to the draft.
yeah.
It's a whole different team.
There shouldn't even be a ranking until like week 6. Let's see what these guys are doing.
They're already sending out rankings for basketball season.
Oh, crazy.
Wow.
Well, none of it matters until the selection committee starts doing their rankings. Like none of these matter at all.
No, speculation.
Yeah.
That's right. They're the ones who put them in the show.
Just to get views.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys. We'll see you guys next Sunday. And thanks for joining us. And have a great week.
Yep. Have a good week, everyone.
Later, boys.
See ya.